Technology trust is a good thing, but control is a better one. Dear admirer, as the saying persists, so is the theme of our gathering this evening. Hello, hi, and namaste. As the world owns the way of greeting, me, Prerna Maheshwari.
And I, Muskan Baba, student of Computer Science Engineering at Lovely Professional University. As we know, privacy in today's world is as important as eating and breathing. It can be considered as one of life's basic requirements. So, let us start today's webinar on cybersecurity. Before starting, we would like to tell you about
Lovely Professional University, LPU, is a private university situated on the outskirts of Jalandhar, Punjab. It is the largest single campus university in India, with more than 30,000 students, over 4,000 faculties and staff, offering more than 200 programs, recognized by UGC, and is also a member of AIU. The university is ranked high on various parameters by acclaimed body, as in the recipient of various awards, including the Best Private University Award by Ashocham in 2017, presented by Sri Prakash Javadekar, Union Minister of HRD, Government of India. With internationally benchmarked curricula, innovative pedagogy, experiential learning, 200 plus foreign tie-ups for equitable and affordable quality education, the university is poised to establish itself as a center of excellence in research.
School of Computer Science Engineering Department, an engineering program which seamlessly articulates the concepts from basic science to technology with relevant practice through labs and projects for building the problem-solving skills, keeping industry requirements in place. Students will develop and competence in areas like programming, database management system, networks and security, operating systems, cloud computing, etc. To enable the students to keep the pace with changing technological advances, the university has industrial tie-ups with various industries. Studying these courses as a part of curriculum would provide a wildcard entry to industry like Bosch, Google, Microsoft, Cisco, etc. There's a famous meme in LPU that if you throw a stone in the sky at LPU campus, then it will definitely fall on the head of CSE student. So it can be said as a face of LPU.
Head of School of SCSE is Mr. Amandeep Nagpal sir. He is the Assistant Professor and Additional Dean. Head of Department is Mr. Saval Tandon sir, with more than 10 plus years of experience with LPU. Faculty Coordinator is Mr. Amrinder Kaur ma'am, who always motivates and supports us. We Kochians dare to dream and choose the extreme. Khoj is a student organization that comes under the aegis of Division of Student Welfare, Lovely Profession University. It comes under the category of academic and technical. Its vision is to create an organization in which we can learn, teach, grow, and inspire together instead of focusing on you. Khoj is not only an organization, but it's an emotion of hardworking team.
Education can be achieved, not received. Knowledge can be gained, not snatched. Focus can be developed, not fetched. Students can be excelled, not parroted. Our ultimate motto is to find and nurture your talents within you by shaping and giving the right direction to build yourself with the experience of our team members. We organize various events related to technical and academic activities. We believe in quality, not in quantity. We respect each and every individual as well as their perspective too. Khoj is the perfect platform to nurture our talents. Now, I would like to add some of the events conducted by Khoj. Webinar on data science, workshop on full stack web development on MERN technology, workshop on C++ masterclass, Pentacles, Python bootcamp, and still counting.
Cybersecurity is an effective way to deal with the trending data robbery. So here we are to provide you with a one-time opportunity with Mr. Adarsh Kant sir as our instructor to enhance our knowledge in this domain. He is the co-founder of Cyber 3 Era and is a Global Talents Awardee 2021 for inspiring youth in cybersecurity expertise. He has been also featured in 50 plus global news media channels such as ANI, Business Standards, Kuwait Times, Z5, Yahoo News, South China Herald, Xiaomi Daily Hunt, Australian Daily Tribune, and many more.
He has directed Indian Hospitality Leadership Award and recently been hosted guest lectures at BIT Durg, Maharashtra State Cooperational Bank, YCCE Nagpur, JD College of Engineering, Forensic Solutions, AIR Robotica, and many more.
A request for attendees, please be attentive in the chat box as the attendance form can be available anytime and would be open for just 3 minutes. And don't forget to miss it. As you know, certificate would be given on the basis of attendance. So yeah, attendance matters. Following are the topics to be covered today. Elements of cybersecurity, common security threats, types of web, data breaches in 12 months, case studies, careers in cybersecurity, popular certification, precautions and countermeasure demonstration. So without wasting more time, let us start today's webinar on cybersecurity by Mr. Adarsh Kant sir. It is a pleasure to hear from such an industry expert. The stage is all yours, sir.
Prerna and Muskan, firstly, I would thank you for such a warm introduction of mine. And without wasting any further time, let's get this session started. And before starting the session, I would like to add one more thing. Guys, please be attentive. You can ask as many questions as you can. I'll be much more happy in answering your questions because the more you will ask, the more you will learn. And trust me, cybersecurity is the most interesting field in the entire IT domain, right? So let's get this started. So guys, can you please add my screen in the stream? Okay, thank you guys. So here's my work profile related to cybersecurity. I'm a certified ethical hacker, also a cybercrime reporter at Dainik Kashish newspaper, founder of Cyberspace Solution as well, which is currently known as Cyber 3 Era. Running community of 15,000 plus members across the globe. I've also worked as cyber crime reporter, cyber security auditor, CH instructor, penetration tester, vulnerability assessment and penetration tester, WAPT web application and pen tester, cyber security consultant, cyber forensics investigator, and so on. Some of my work experience is conducted workshops on cyber awareness in various financial sectors and educational sectors, conducted guest lectures and seminars at different colleges, successfully audited and pen tested various banks and IT companies. I am also a cybercrime investigator and successfully solved 300 plus cases and trained approx 2000 plus students. By mistake here it is 200, so no issues. So let's get this started. So agenda of today's discussion is elements of cybersecurity, types of security threats, different types of web, IT acts, data breaches in 12 months of 2018, and careers and popular certifications. Some of the case studies will go through demonstrations, precaution and countermeasures, and question and answers. Right. So basically, here are a few terms related to cybersecurity. What are the elements of cybersecurity? So basically, cybersecurity has four basic elements. First is application security, which is in brief, I will say that securing the applications, whatever applications you use, either on your phone, either on your laptop or any other mobile devices, any devices or any applications which are used, and securing them can be referred as application security, because all those applications must be secured in order to uh, mitigate attacks on your sites. There are multiple types of application security attacks, and we'll also discuss them in further slides. Next is network security. The network, all the methodology which are followed in securing the network can be known as network security. So basically, here the data which has been flown in the network is secured and your network infrastructure has been secured. The next is information security. Information security is related to securing the information. You must have heard about various data breaches. If I talk about the recent data breaches, some of them are big basket data breach, AirAsia, Facebook, and so on. So here, these are some of the recent data breach. So their information are not been securely stored. That's why those data has been breached, and a lot of issues has been faced by those organizations. And the last but not the least, and one of the major element of cybersecurity is end user education. So basically, people thinks like only securing the technology can be referred as cybersecurity. So that's a big no to that. So cybersecurity basically relies on three factors: securing the people who are means in the technology, or you are who are using the technology, because those are the biggest threat to the organization or biggest threat to the technology. Because if I plan a secure network, secure infrastructure, still people are not aware how to be secured, they can be exploited. How? You must have heard like people sharing OTPs with hackers, and hackers gaining access to various financial sectors or their accounts. So that is one of the example. And end user education is the most important part, where we are still lacking. Like application has been secured, network has been secured, information has been secured, but aren't secured. So that's a main threatening point for us. So let's move forward. So I'll okay. So here are the some of the common types of security threats which currently people and industries are facing. First is ransomware attack. So what is ransomware attack? I'll just quickly read the definition of it. So ransomware is a type of malware that involves an attacker locking the victim's computer systems, typically through encryption, and demanding a payment to decrypt and unlock them. So let me explain you in much easy way. Ransomware is made up of two words: ransom, which in Hindi you can say as firoti, and other is ware, which is known as malware. So here hackers are developing a typical type of malware through which they can have a ransom from the end user. So very recent ransom attack is like you have heard about in US. In last few weeks ago, US faced a very massive ransomware attack on their fuel industry. So their complete fuel industry was infected with this ransomware attack, and they have to pay $10 million to the hackers, and they have done it. Why? Because US pipelines were jammed and US called an emergency for it. And because of this, they have a very much rise in the cost of petrols and fuels in the US. So that was one of the typical big attack recent. Next is malware. Malware is a file or program used to harm a computer user, such as worms, computer viruses, Trojan horses, and spywares. Malwares are basically designed to monitor and track a user's behavior and gain access to their system. So if a malware has been installed on your system, a hacker can easily gain access to your phone and see whatever you are doing, access any of your data, even your OTPs as well, and cause harm to your system and also to you. Next is social engineering attack. So social engineering is an attack that relies on human interaction to trick users into breaking security procedures in order to gain sensitive information that is typically protected. So in short, if I say what is social engineering attack is, it can be stated as art of human hacking. Here the hacker is having no or very less knowledge about technology. Instead, they play with the human mind. They trick the users in order to give them the sensitive information, and through that they gain access either to their phones or their financial access. So a simple case study for it can be, you must have heard people asking, or you have seen that Netflix series Jamtara, where multiple peoples are there. They are calling users and asking their financial data to be shared. They are tricking the users. They are pretending to be a bank employee and saying the users to share their credit card information and debit card information and also share that OTP so that they can gain the access to their financial data. Why such attacks happen? Because users are not aware about these types of attacks and these type of threats. Next is phishing. So what is phishing? Phishing is a form of fraud where fraudulent emails are sent that resemble emails from reputable sources. However, the intention of this emails is to steal sensitive data such as credit card or login information. So in simple words, we can state it as phishing is in simple words, we can state phishing as fake login page, where hackers replicate any website such as Facebook website. They just replicate the Facebook website, which seems to be the original one, and they trick users to either log in that Facebook account, and if they enter their username and password, there the hacker will get the access, or get the username and password in their side as well. So that is a basic phishing attack. Next is spoofing. So spoofing is an attack where an attacker tries to copy victim's identity and tries to cause harm or steal information with his identity. So basically in spoofing, a hacker spoof a victim's identity. What identity can be spoofed? Their email ID, their phone number, or their IP address, their MAC address, or any digital identity which belongs to a specific person. So I'm going to show you a very good spoofing example. Now only, then we'll move forward to the other sessions. So guys, I need a volunteer for it. So I think that you guys have having a volunteer. Can you remove my screen from here, from the slide? Okay. So we have Prerna with our volunteer as our volunteer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Prerna with her number only. Sound interesting? Let me show you.
Yes, sir. I got a call from my number only.
Can you receive the call? So she is getting call from her number only.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, and I want to add one more thing. I haven't installed any malware. I haven't hacked the Prerna with her phone. It's just a spoofing attack, call spoofing attack. So, do you want me to explain how such things has been done?
So we would be glad to learn that, sir.
Okay. I'm not going to show you, explain you the exact methodology. Instead, I'll be showing you the method how such things happen. What is the walkthrough of it? So basically, we have a paint over here. So what in traditional call happens? There are two. This is me, and this is Prerna. I want to call Prerna through the traditional approach. What I and this is the ISP, or you can say the provider, SIM provider, service provider. So let's say it as Geo. Geo. So what the in the traditional call happens, if I call Prerna, it will first go to the Geo service provider. They will transfer the call to Prerna. This is the simple approach. They have multiple networking approach also, but I'm not going to talk about that. But this is the simple approach. If I want to call Prerna, the call will first go to the Geo, and then the call will be transferred to the Prerna. But in our case, what I have done is this is me, this is Prerna. So first I have used a VoIP server, which that is voice over IP. Means it is an internet relay call section, and I have done through a bot. We have developed a bot for it. So firstly, I have my call has been transferred to this VoIP server. They have spoofed the call with the Prerna number. Then the call has been forwarded to the GeoISP, and then Prerna is receiving the call. So I have in this approach, I have added one more thing, that is a VoIP server, right? So that is the basic methodology for it. So if you want, we can discuss this later on in much depth, how all these things have been done and everything. How you can make your own bot to do such things. So someone has written INT call India app can be used to number spoofing. Yeah, those apps such exist, but I'm not using those app. Instead, we have developed our own bot, and those apps also use some particular some sort of bots, and for that they are charging you a very stupid amount that I don't think you have to pay for it. And basically one more thing, if you are using such apps, these are totally illegal and you can cause legal action, and all these calls are traceable. But in our case, our calls are completely untraceable. So that was an example of spoofing attack. Let's move forward to it. So basically, there are three types of webs. Firstly, surface web. So what is surface web? Also called as the visible web, indexed web or indexable web, or lightnet. Light is the portion of World Wide Web that you guys all use, that is readily available to the general public and searchable with standard web search engines Surface web is just 5% of the total internet. Whatever you see on the Google is just 5% or less than 5% of the total internet. The total internet is so huge that any company cannot store the whole data. And the next is deep web. The deep web, invisible web, or hidden web are the parts of the world wide web whose contents are not indexable by standard web search engines. So what does it means? So basically, if you want to open Facebook and if you are not aware about facebook.com, but you want to make a social media account, what you will type? Social media in India. You will type on the Google and Google will show you 10 links, and there you will choose Facebook. But what happens if Google is not having a suppose xyz.com data? They have not indexed that and you are also not aware of that. So you will never gain access to the, by mistake you may get access, but that is just 0.1% of the chance. But all those data which are not indexed by the Google, you cannot access it directly. Basically, deep web and deep links are used by military, intelligence, or healthcare services in order to hide those links from the general public and can be accessed by a specific group of peoples. And the last but not the least is dark web. The dark web is also referred as the darknet, is an encrypted portion of the internet that is not indexable by search engines. Dark web is a subsection of the deep web. So basically, dark web where illegal activities happens. Basically, dark web was created by U.S. government only, and later it gone public, and the U.S. government is still funding that. And here, mostly illegal activities happen. You can access the dark web through Tor network. So the Tor full form is the Onion router, and it is the, you can say, series of network or the peers of network through which you can access the dark web. But we are not going to go much depth in it, but in future if I get a chance we can discuss more about these terms as well in much depth on a specific topic. So basically, you, if you are talking about the cyber security, you must be aware about the IT acts. So here are some of the IT acts. You can have a note about these IT acts. I'm not going to discuss about all these IT acts because it will get a session boring. But if you want to have details about this IT act, you can just have a note about them and search it on Google. You will find a plenty of information from government websites, and you can learn more about what are the IT acts in India. So first is Information Technology Act 2000, IT Act 2000, and next is Information Technology Amendment Act 2008, IT Act 2008. So here is the data breach in 12 months. So the source of the information is DCMS Cybersecurity Breach Survey 2018. Okay. So 19% of the data breaches happen in charities, 47% of the data breaches happen in small firms, 57% of the data breach happens of finance and insurance companies, 59% of the infocom companies, 64% of the medium firms, 72% of the large firms. So still you will say no domain is completely secure, but you will say, hey, I'm secure. What is the impact through me? Let me show you a simple data breach. If you will see here, I am having a two data breach records, which is a data breach record of Facebook. So if you heard about the recent Facebook data breach, which was very much in the news, here is the those data which are been breached by the Facebook. So basically my system got not responding because the data is too high. That will wait for a minute. It will respond in a minute. Such things happen, like not responding if you are dealing with a large number of data and if you are opening those data through Notepad. because of this data breach. So basically, this is the data breach of only India. We have a categorized data breach of all over the world, but that doesn't make any sense. So I'm only showing you the data breach of Indian people only. So here's the data breach. You what you will see. This is the phone number of the people, and Mark Zuckerberg phone number was also breached. So hackers get to know that Mark Zuckerberg is also using the Signal. This data breach happens when the controversy was going on between WhatsApp and Signal. So hackers gain access to the Mark Zuckerberg's number and search. They have searched it on Signal, and they have got Mark Zuckerberg is also using the Signal app. Here is the name, phone number, date of birth, and such things. So in this database, you are not having any password, username, and password, but you will say what can be the impact of this database, what people can you make use of it. So through this, targeted ad campaigns can be run. Like if a marketing company get access to these phone numbers, they can contact you for marketing purposes. So how many of you have seen that if you purchase a new sim, if you purchased a new sim card and had make an email, or if you have mail means created a new email, you are getting commercial messages and promotional email, SMSs and emails. You must have seen that I have registered a new sim on my number, I have created a new email, and after some time you are getting promotional SMSs or promotional email. What you think? um, the companies share those data. Like uh, if you have purchased the Geo sim, the Geo has shared the data to the customer, to the marketing agencies. No. If you have made a new email on the gmail.com, what do you think? Gmail have shared your Gmail ID to the marketing agencies? No. But how they gain access to your phone numbers and your names and your email IDs? So you must have, yeah, company share our number. No such thing. Yeah, partially agree. But what happens is you made accounts on multiple websites. Like you have, if you search for how to cook matar paneer, right? You on the Google and you are gone through some of the blogs. You are reading those blogs, but after some times they are asking you to make a free account over there. You have made a free account over there, and after some time you continue the reading. But why? Just a minute. But why they are asking you to make a why they are asking you to make a free account over there? And in this world, nothing is free, everything is paid. And how those people are earning? So basically they are earning with your data only. They are sharing your data. If you say how to cook matar paneer, they have get to know that you'll be interested in the matar paneer ingredients, kitchen items. So they will sell those data to the companies, and then companies will start targeting you. So what is the solution of this? What is the solution of it? So basically you can use, there are plenty of temp mail services. If you search for temp mail in Google, so there are a number of temp mail services over there. You can use any of those services. So here you will find a temporary email address. Instead of providing you with your original email addresses, you can provide this email address and they will send you some verification or OTPs over there. Here you can receive those OTPs as some mail confirmation links over here. So this can be a simple approach which you can follow. to secure and hide your data from the companies. Okay, looks great. Let's move towards the presentation. So basically, what are the careers in cybersecurity? So cybersecurity has a vast career option. We'll discuss some of them. Some of them are security analyst, security engineer, security architect, security administrator, security software developer, cryptographer, crypto analyst, security consultant. Some of the popular certifications in cybersecurity are OSCP, CH, CHFI, ECSA, CompTIA Network Plus, CompTIA Network Pentest Plus, CISA, CSAM, OSWE, OSWP. Here are some of the case studies. So you can see here how many cases have been registered and how many persons has been arrested, because there is a major, police is also facing a major, what you can say, major challenge in order to track the cyber criminals. So you must you must be secured by yourself only. No one is going to secure yourself. So here's the first case study. 1.5 million users has been hit by a new Facebook data privacy breach as extent of data misuse exposed. So I've already shown you the Facebook data breach data. So you can have a screenshot about it and you can read the article from the screenshot, and the source of this news is CBS News. The another case study is online fraud. Delhi Police Joint Commissioner duped of rupees 28,000 while attending work at headquarters. So this is the another case study. You can have a screenshot of this as well, and you can read more about it later on. So the source of this news is India Today. So I've shown you some of the demonstration. Let's say, let's see some of the precautions and countermeasures. So, what are the precautions and countermeasures you can have in order to secure your data? Never click on anonymous links. Always use a strong passwords. Never download from unknown sources. Look for HTTPS, which can be known as HTTP secured instead of HTTP. Use updated antiviruses and spywares. Keep your and anti-spywares. Keep your phone and computer updated with latest security patches. So now we will have some of the question and answers. Guys, I'm open for your question. You can ask which can be related to this or anything which you want to ask me with the terms of cybersecurity or anything related to this topic. I'll be more than happy in answering all your questions. So guys, do you want to ask any questions? I have completed the presentation quickly. Why? Because I want to answer all your questions. Guys, you can display the questions in the screen. Is there any jobs that we don't need coding? Yeah. So basically, you don't have the knowledge of the depth in coding. At least you should learn basic concept of coding. In cybersecurity, if you don't know how to write codes, it's completely fine. But you must be aware how the code works. You must be having the knowledge of reading the codes. How to build cybersecurity career through campus placement. So for it, you can start with bug bounty things. Bug bounty is one of the major things you can do while you are doing in the college. It will help you to polish your cybersecurity and web skills, and it will also help you to earn a side income or a pocket money from the internet as well, from the hacking as well. And with that, you can do some of the certifications, global certifications as well. What are the prerequisites for the security analyst? It depends on which company you are applying. So basically, they look for if you are certified with any certifications, or you have done any project works, you have found any bugs, or what knowledge you are having as per their requirements. How to make career in cyber forensics. So basically, if you want to make a career in cyber forensics, do some certifications or get hands on some of the tools, some of the industry level tools. If you are a student, you can easily get access to those tools and you can learn them. Some of them tools are Celebrite, Oxygen Forensics, or some of the open source tools are Autopsy, FTK. You can have a note about these tools and later you can search them on the Google. And they also provide training and certifications to you. So do their training and certification. It will help you to get a certification as well, which you can also submit in your college. And it will also help you to have a hands-on on those tools which can help you in the company side. Where we should start learning from the cybersecurity. So basically, if you want to start learning cybersecurity, get your base clear. Start learning from basics of programming concepts such as OOPS, networking concepts, Linux concepts, then make entry in the cybersecurity. Because what mistakes people do is they are not aware about these basic terms. They directly dive into the cybersecurity or they make themselves as a script kiddies. They are script kiddies are not bad, but what happens is those scripts expires after some times and they face a major issues. They call them as hackers or cybersecurity professionals, but after some times those things are useless. So get your base clear before diving into the cybersecurity. What certifications we can do for beginners? You can try with CCNA, RHCA, or CH, or any entry level certifications. Basically, certifications are matters, but firstly, polish your skills before going for any certifications. Because all the certifications cost are very high. Basically, if you ask for a basic certification like CompTIA Network Plus or the CompTIA Security Plus, it will cost you around 30-35,000. So before going for those certifications, get your hands clear with the basics of the cybersecurity domain. Then go for certifications because that will waste your parents' money. What is penetration test? Penetration testing refers to the testing and exploiting the computer system or a network system through which we make a POC of the company, proof of concept, how the data or the companies we can gain advantage to their network or the application, and how hacker can enter to the system. What is the difference between cybersecurity and cyber forensic? So cybersecurity people comes before the attack, before a particular attack has been or the data breach has been made. Their duty is to secure the network in order to mitigate the attacks to be performed on the system or the network. Cyber forensics people come after the attack has been performed. Like if a data breach or a security breach has been happened in a particular system, then cyber forensics people has been called and they will be asked to investigate the whole scenario and find the hacker. What coding language is required to get a job in cybersecurity? So basically, if you are talking about the coding languages, learn Python, learn Bash scripting. Yeah, that will be enough for a basic entry level job. Python and Bash scripting. And also, if you are more interested, then learn Ruby and Go language as well. Because through these languages, you can make scripts by your own. Will blockchain bring some change in the cybersecurity world? Absolutely. Blockchain is a very secure network through which currently blockchain is being used in major industries like healthcare, financial data, finance such as cryptocurrency, and real estates. so through which many of the data has been decentralized, and all those data has been more secure than a traditional approach. How can we get a job under government sector? So do some research. Basically today only I've got a notification that just a minute, I will read it out. So Karnataka State Police is offering 84 jobs in the domain of cyber forensics and cyber security. So if you, so the minimum education qualification for it: master degrees, MSc, MTech, post graduation degree, diploma in concert discipline subject applied with within 55% of the aggregate. So these are some of the basic requirements if you want to have a job in government sector. How to find and download the data breach? You cannot find directly on the Google. You must be on some of the hacking communities. They only provide you with all this data because all these data are paid. We get easy access as we are owning a community for it. Why don't we use Windows for hacking? Why Kali Linux? Because Kali Linux provide plenty of tools which can be used in hacking. People use Windows as well, but Windows doesn't make sense for hacking because Kali Linux provide very ace for hacking and testing all those things. Because if you want to run a particular script or particular program on the for the security, then they are mostly made for the Linux system, not for the Windows. But you can replicate those on the Windows as well, but it will not make any sense because you have to install a lot of things. And also Linux is more secured and open source, so they can develop or make changes in the program as well as per their requirements. Pen testing versus bug bounty, which is good? Both are good. If you are going for a company side, you can do pen testing. It will help you to earn a lot because pen testing can have you through pen testing you can have a job and make a fixed income in a company. But bug bounty, you have to struggle a lot because you are already too late for the bug bounty, and many popular bug hunters have already reported all those things. But yeah, it's never too late. You can start today only and learn more and more. And through bug bounty you can also polish your skills and also earn up side income for your pocket money. And if you are good enough, you can make a very handsome income with it. Sir, is doing MSc in cybersecurity is enough for job? That is enough, but doing a certification or doing a degree is never enough in this domain. Because in this domain, degree or certification matters, but it doesn't matters the most. What matters the most is your knowledge. How long you have been researched and what you have been researched, what is your expertise, how you can contribute to the community and to the company as well. So if you are going for a job in cybersecurity, do a lot of research. Try bug bounty in your college days. Try learning bug bounty. It will help you to earn while learn. It will also polish your skills. And if in the placement, if you show that I have found bugs on these website, they will prefer you. What is there in dark web? Dark web is having a plenty of data. You can think of anything and you can get anything in the dark web. In brief, like all those illegal data breaches, you can hire a hitman, you can buy drugs, you can buy guns, you can buy anything on the dark web, any illegal things. So what are your thoughts on the new IT rules and its impact on cybersecurity? So basically my thoughts is nothing. Like Government are implementing what is necessary for the citizens. So basically, those rules are being governed by the experts, and I'm no one to have shared thoughts on them because they are already governed by some of the very big experts. So these doesn't matter. Recommend book on beginner of an ethical hacker. Instead of reading books, you can go with the so you can go with hacking for dummies, and you can search for in the Google. I will not recommend books, instead try live things. You can try hack the box, you can try hack me, you can go with the hacker one university, you can go with Buckroad University. These resources will help you to learn a lot of things rather than reading books or watching YouTube videos, because in this domain you have to practice a lot. Because what I have seen is people read books, they have read 10 books, but they in practical they knew nothing. This is a very bad approach. You have to follow and practice as much as you can. Instead, read articles, read write-ups. There are plenty of write-ups over on the internet. You can join various communities out there. You can search for some of the communities such as OWASP is having a local chapter in every cities. In most of the cities, you can search for the OWASP chapter in your city or use nearby city. You can join those chapters. You can join Nelcon, or there's various Telegram channels as well for cybersecurity. You can search them and you can join them, so you can have a good approach towards, and you can ask them also which is the best CH, OSCP, CISSP, OWASP. So OWASP doesn't provide any certification. Instead, they provide training of 2-3 days, and for that they provide certifications. So OWASP is the basic security standard for the web pen test, mobile pen test, and other projects. The full form is of OWASP is Open Web Application Security Project. It is an open security web project which manages cybersecurity, and they provide their checklist and their information to the cybersecurity. And talking about the CH is the entry level certification in the domain of the cybersecurity. So yeah, if you are going for the CH, you'll get a hands-on knowledge about the whole security domain. It gives you a glimpse about the whole security domain. So yeah, CH is good. OSCP is like if you are a means more than a beginner and you have hacked some of the machines, then OSCP is good for you. But before going for OSCP, practice as much as you can, because one single exam can cost you 90,000. And I have seen that people have not prepared for the OSCP exam, and that they directly dive into the OSCP exam, and the exam is continuous for 24 hours. So this is not like colleges exams or such things. The exam continuously goes for 24 hours. So yeah, you have to be very much prepared before going through the OSCP exam. And talking about the ISSP, it is about the management side. Scope of cybersecurity in India. It is good to leave India and get knowledge from the abroad. I don't think you have to leave India, because there are very much new universities which are providing degree and postgraduate courses in the domain of cybersecurity. And the scope of cybersecurity in India is very much broad, because if you search on the Google, there are approx 1 lakh jobs empty in India only for cybersecurity, because people are not in here. We are not getting skilled employees. So there is a broad scope in cybersecurity in India. If cyber attacks occurs just due to software bugs, hardware side also matters. Yeah, every side matters. Only software or hardware doesn't matters. What I have told earlier, what matters is three things: people, process, and technology. These three factors must be secured. It is not just related to software bugs. Next question, please. Which is the best platform to learn hacking online? So the best platform is Google. Make Google is as your best friend for learning anything. Why? Because if you are facing anything or want to know anything, someone else already have faced the same problem and they have asked the questions on the Google, and someone has already answered their question on the Google. So make a habit, ask, ask, ask. Google is ready and the world is ready to answer your question. But are you ready to ask your questions? Ask yourself. Is it necessary to have cybersecurity certifications to get job in cybersecurity? Yeah, it is partially necessary, but if you are having a good knowledge, then it is not very much necessary. What is necessary is your knowledge. No one is in this domain, no one is going to see your certification. But if you have done some of the real time works, you can show them, like, hey, I have done these things. Certification doesn't matter. I'm not going to show you any certifications. Next question. Can an individual do ethical hacking? Yeah, anyone can do ethical hacking. What is the scope of cybersecurity in near future? As if there are no flaws in the system, there is no use of ours. So no system or nothing is foolproof. Even still, Apple's people are hacking Apple and finding bugs on the Apple. So Apple is can be stated as the one of the most secure system. People are still um, finding bugs on Tesla. People are still finding bugs on Mastercard. Everything. So no system, nothing is foolproof. Which OS is best for ethical hacking, Carrot or Kali or Parrot? I personally prefer Parrot operating system because they are very much user friendly as related to Kali. So yeah, as per me, I prefer Parrot operating system, and I also use Parrot operating system only. Which is best database programming languages for cybersecurity? So there's no best database language. You can go for SQL, MongoDB, and other thing, but yeah, you can go for SQL only because most of the companies are using SQL, but companies are also using nowadays NoSQL or MongoDB. So you can learn all of them, basics of all those. But if you are a starter, then go for SQL programming language. SQLi injection, how SQLi injections have been performed. SQL injections. Will AI replace cybersecurity? Never. Everything can be replaced by AI, but cybersecurity will not. Because AI is also having some data breach risk, cybersecurity risk. And then the cybersecurity experts come to mitigate all those risks. So in future, AI and cybersecurity will be the most trending jobs in the future. Will RHCSA certification will help in the cyber field and suggest some projects on cybersecurity field? Yeah, it will help you to. This certification will help you in cybersecurity field at as this will help you to enhance your knowledge with Linux, and if you can have some projects. So if you will ask me to suggest some projects, so go on GitHub. What you can do is go on GitHub, search for some of cybersecurity projects, open that because all the projects on GitHub are open sourced. You can choose any of the projects, stick to them, stick to that project, try to understand the methodology, how the project has been made, what logics are there. Stick to that project until you get the whole understanding of that project. Make this habit and you will learn a lot in this domain. Is there any roadmap of cybersecurity? The only roadmap in cybersecurity is learning and keeping you updated. Learn, and update. How fishing differs from farming. So I haven't heard about this farming before, so I cannot say about it. So you can change the question. Okay. So farming is basically, I have heard this the methodology of farming, but I was not aware about this term. So thank you for making me aware about this term. So here the hacker phishing is just a fake login page, but in the farming, the hacker redirects you from a one page to the multiple websites. So which looks the same. So yeah, that is the basic of farming. For more details, you can go to the ask to the Google. And will Indian government ever allow blockchain network to work in India? Indian government has already partially allowed the blockchain in India. Like if you talk about some of the platforms such as WazirX, they have already implemented GST on the loading and the if you load money on the WazirX or any crypto exchange, government is already charging GST on it, on loading as well as withdrawal. What is the techniques used in preventing a brute force attack? So basically, some of the techniques are rate limiting. The companies limit you the rate of the number of entries of the passwords, or asking you to have a complex password. Like, just a minute, I will share a link with you. Just a minute, guys. Let me show you two things. So this is my screen visible to you all? Hope my screen is visible. Guys, please add my screen in the stream. Okay. So this is a link. You can check how strong is your password. So the link is how secure is my password. Here, if you enter, my password is 123. The hacker will take only 24 seconds to crack your system. But if you say about like here I'm typing the password, so you can also 123 ABC. So let's see how much time it will take. It will can be cracked instantly. Like what if I'll add a character? It will take 22 seconds to crack your password. But let's say I will have a bigger case. Hello 1234 at the rate another A B C D. How much time it will take? It will take approx 15 billion years to hack your password. A simple this type of password. That's why major of the companies and the systems have been asking in order to have a minimum 8 digit of password with mixed characters of small case, uppercase, and let me show you one more thing. So so how you can check is your password has been breached in any of the data breach or not. You have heard about daily you are hearing the news, some data breach happens, something happens. So how you can check like your data has been breached or not? Let me check with my email ID. So I know my email ID has been password has been breached. So yeah, it is showing that My password is been breached in 4 data breaches and found in one paste. So let me see where the data has been breach has been happened. First is 00 web host, another one is big basket, next one is Canva, and another one is Demon forums. So in this website you can also check your email ID and phone numbers that your password has been breached in any of the data breach or not, and if such things happen, change your password from all the platforms. And let me show you one more thing. So this is a live threat map. You can see these are the live attacks which are happening now in the current scenario. How many attacks today? You can see 5,35,500 and counting. So top five in reported industries were financial sectors, service consulting sectors, telecom, manufacturing sectors, insurance. And you can see from here to here attacks are being done, from here to here attacks are being done. So new attack from Germany to Colombia, from Sweden to US, Algeria to some other countries. So through these websites you can see what is the current scenario of the cyber attacks. You can also share this link to the attendees, so you can, or you can even just search for cyber threat maps on Google and you will get the details. Any more questions? Any more questions, guys? Moderators, you can display the questions of the attendees. So time has been up, but I'm having a very good audience. I'll stay for 10 minutes more and I'll answer all your questions. So yeah, guys, if you want, you can show the questions on the screen and I will answer all those questions. Moderators, are you there? Okay. Can we get a job in cyber forensics after BTech only? Yeah, you can get your job. Get a very good job. Just polish your skills, practice, and get hands-on on any one tools or multiple tools, and then you will get a very good job in cyber forensics after BTech only. What is the mechanism that they are identity? What is the mechanism that they are identify these attacks? So Sarthak, your question is not clear. Please ask your questions once again and please more clear. Sir, how to deal with the ransomware? Obviously, we can't pay the ransom to the hacker easily. Other options can get files back are like in my case, I was infected with the NUSM ransomware. Okay. So what happens is you cannot directly decrypt because as I have stated that US also faced the ransomware attack. US government faced the ransomware attack in recent days, but they have also paid the ransom to the hackers because they want all their data to be get back. But what could be the next approach? Like I've also solved five ransomware cases in Nagpur, through which we were able to get 60% of the data, not 100%. 100% never possible until you are not having the key for it. Some ransomware keys are already in the publicly available, released by multiple antivirus company. So if you are being attacked by any ransomware attacks, you can search for the extension on the Google and you may find the decryptors over the Google from multiple companies and you can download them and you can decrypt them. Another way is format your computer, use a data recovery tools or ask a cyber forensic consultant to run a data recovery tool, and through data recovery you can retrieve your data and get your data back. But still, data recovery is never the 100% option. You can get 50-60% data back if you are using a good data recovery tool, either hardware or the software. But it's never that you will get the 100% of the data. After CH, which course is good? You can, if you have done CH, you can go for OSCP. If you are not willing to, you can go for ECSA, you can go for CompTIA certifications, anything. So if you, as per me, go for ECSA, which is offered by EC Council, which is better to being anonymous, proxy chaining or VPN, both. Proxy chaining, you can apply multiple proxy chaining, and also you can use VPN chaining, but never use these free VPNs that you get on the internet, because all those VPNs have been logged, and through those VPNs you are never be secured. And also never use the public available free proxies, because those happens also the same. Like they store your data, and they also, if you are talking about the anonymity, they store all your data, all your logs in your system. They sell those logs to the marketing agencies as well, and also to the government as well. And most of the public proxy are offered by some of the government only to track the hackers. Cyber security webinar day, the form, so cannot do with that. MBA International Business, any course related to our branch which helps in that area. MBA and IT you can do. Any more questions? What is a DDoS attack? So basically, DDoS refers to distributed denial of service attack, where hacker floods with a particular network system or a server with uh, multiple data packets around the world. Like hackers have already infected or gained access to thousands of computer, and those thousands of computer, they are sending the packets on a single system, and through which they are making that particular service unavailable. Suggest some best communities to learn and practice ethical hacking. So you can join HackerOne community, Buckrowd community, or OWASP community, Nullcon community, as per your pace and as per your availability. There are very much communities active on Telegram also. You can join communities on Telegram. Just search for ethical hacking communities on Telegram and you will get those links. You can join those communities and start learning by today. How many domains are there in cybersecurity? There are n number of domains in cybersecurity, such as mobile security, web security, network security, information security, hardware security, and so on. So there's no limit of how many domains are there in cybersecurity. Is there any similarity as a spy in cybersecurity? The question is not clear. Similarity in spy. Spy is someone who is spying on a particular system, and cybersecurity is completely a new domain. What is the pay scale of cybersecurity engineer in India? If you're talking about the comparison, the developer earns, the average salary of a developer in India is 20-25,000. but I'm talking about the entry level job, but the average salary of the cybersecurity person is 35,000. So cybersecurity are well paid as compared to other IT domains. So basically, if you're talking about the average pay scale, it is 30 to 35,000. What's the previous question? What is the solution to prevent our system from hacking? Use paid antiviruses, anti-malwares, never click on anonymous links, never download cracked softwares, never download softwares from the unknown sources, always download the software and visit trusted links only. So these are some of the basic things you can follow. Sir, it is safe to share bank details with the apps like Netflix for membership purpose. It's not completely safe, but you cannot do anything. As if you want to watch Netflix, you have to share the bank details. Basically, PAM refers to the cyber PAM role is to define cybersecurity strategies like compromising people, process, and technology to control, monitor, and secure, audit all the human related activities. Who is next gateway better than VPN and proxy chaining? So if you're talking about the anonymity, the best gateway is the Tor node. So if you're talking about the better things, all those things are better. Who is next is also better. VPN chaining is also better. Proxy chain is also better. It always depends on your requirements. Why VPN are able to open restricted access? Because through VPN you can visit the restricted sites, because all those restrictions are based on a particular countries. But if you are using VPNs, they will help you to access the particular links from any of the countries. So basically with this, we are good to end our session. I have already shared, the team has shared you my LinkedIn ID. I'll be much happy to, if you are having any further questions, you can reach out me here. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. So thank you guys. Thank you for attending. I hope you have enjoyed the session.
Thank you, Adarsh sir, for enlightening us on such an important topic. We were fortunate enough to have you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for this enlightening session. Before going, I would like to share some important instructions to join the quiz so that you all don't face any difficulty. First, go to kahoot.it. Then, students enter the pin hashtag in Kahoot mobile app or at kahoot.it on their devices, computer or mobile, and click enter. Students enter a name, any nickname, it can be of your choice, and click OK, go button. Then check your nickname on YouTube live stream screen in the game lobby. The question and answer choices will be displayed on YouTube live streams screen whereas student screens will display only the answer buttons. At the end of each question, the leaderboard will display the top 5 scorers. Once the game is over, winner information will be displayed in the podium and the student screen will show their personal result and rank. Students can rate the Kahoot quiz after the quiz. By this, I'm Muskan Baba signing off. See you in the quiz night. Till then, stay tuned. Bye bye. Take care.
I and Muskan were being the host for this amazing interaction. Also, I would like to thank the audience. We owe a special vote of thanks to all of you for being here. Take care, bye bye, namaste. See you in the quiz night tonight.